Hello and welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In today's video, we are discussing one of the topics that is running into news. This is blue economy. Okay? So, first of all, why is it running into news? Is because it has been identified, our Prime Minister has made a statement that it has been identified as a major pillar for economic growth. So, we are targeting for Vikasit Bharat by 2047. Okay? And our Honorable Prime Minister has said that blue economy will be a major pillar to do this. Okay? Plus, it was also into news because of UN declaring 21 to 30. UN has declared this entire decade as the decade of blue economy, sustainable usage of blue economy. So, UN decade on ocean science for sustainable development. That is what is the decade for 21 to 30. Okay? Plus, India's blue economy's contribution is approximately 4% of India's GDP. Okay? Now, blue economy has been defined by World Bank as a sustainable development of ocean resources for economic growth and improved livelihood. So, if it is helping us improve our livelihood plus also helping in economic growth in a sustainable manner, that is what we call as blue economy. Excuse me. So, what consists of blue economy? Blue economy consists of four major pillars. First is renewable energy. So, under blue economy, we are focusing on fishery sector, that is what we know most commonly. So, but fishery sector is just one component of blue economy. Blue economy matlab making use of water resources for economic growth, livelihood and in a sustainable manner. So, it also encompasses renewable energy, so mostly offshore wind energy policies, and also tourism as well as maritime transport. So, sea lanes of communication, sea lanes of transport as well as tourism, all of them will be part of blue economy. Okay? Now, what is the potential? What is the significance of blue economy for India? So, as we discussed, the sectors are four major sectors: renewable energy, tourism, maritime transport as well as fisheries. So, our discussion will be also along more or less the same lines. So, significance is definitely in terms of ocean resources. Ocean provides us with fisheries. So, fisheries, marine fishery is a major portion of agriculture allied sector. Although India में inland fisheries contribute 75% of the fisheries, total fisheries का 75% is inland, that is fresh water. Marine fisheries or brackish water, salt water fishes comprises of only 25%. But still, agriculture का allied में the composition of marine fisheries is still significant. Plus, India is also one of the largest exporters of shrimps in the world. ठीक है, largest exporter, that means our contribution in marine fisheries in the export of the world for the world is also very significant. ठीक है, plus it also contains, ocean resources also contains minerals. So, we do have rare earth minerals, polymetallic nodules, polymetallic sulfides, which are all part of ocean resources. We do have monazite in the sands of Kerala. We do have magnetite and zircon in the continental margins. ठीक है. So, ocean itself acts as a resource builder for the marine fisheries resources as well as minerals. Plus, it is also the source of generation of hydrocarbon. So, oil extraction, natural gas extraction is also carried out in the continental shelf areas. ठीक है? Plus, renewable energy can also be generated along these lines. ठीक है? So, this is the significance in terms of the resources that we get. But apart from this, they are also the source of generation of money for trade. 95% of trade by volume and 68% by value. The total trade that is going out of India and coming into India is 95% by volume and 68% by value is through maritime transport only. ठीक है, all of it is taking place through maritime transport only, and tourism alone accounts for 5.9% of GDP. ठीक है, so tourism, if we talk about total expenditure, total amount of contribution to GDP, it is 5.9%. But if we are taking into account tourism, so tourism as a part of blue economy is 5.9%, and blue economy itself is completely 4%. ठीक है. Ocean science and services may be significance है. तो ocean science and services में we can study about sea level rise, we can check the climate change, read about tsunamis and cyclone related studies if we have better understanding of ocean waters. Okay? So that is why blue economy is important for us, because it will help us fill the research gaps, knowledge gaps, and better address these factors so that we are more prepared for any danger coming from seas. Okay? As well as it is also a generator of employment. We know fisheries sector employ a huge amount of population in India. Okay? But there are certain challenges associated to blue economy. First major challenge is in fishing. For example, India has been blamed, although it is not, we are actually not involved into illegal, so unrelated and unregulated fisheries. We are not carrying out this. Okay? But that was blamed by USA in WTO. Okay? But although this is also correct, India has been carrying out deep sea fishing in Park Bay region. So in Park Bay region, we have already observed this has led to depletion of fisheries resources. Sri Lanka has banned deep sea trawlers, but India so far has not been able to do so. Okay? So fishery sector में one major challenge is deep sea fishing has led to lack of fisheries as a resource in the Park Bay region. Plus, within fishery sector, we have one more existing problem, that is India-Sri Lanka fishermen issue. So our fishermen will often tend to cross the international boundaries because maritime boundaries may not be very clear for fishermen. Plus, the same issue did happen with respect to India and Indian overseas territory in Diego Garcia Islands in 2023. So the same fishermen issue has been extended now to India-Britain relationship also. So that is the existing problem in respect to fisheries sector. Plus marine pollution leading to oil spill, and oil spill affecting tourism, ecosystem, ecology, and plus leading to heat coma and so many other bad consequences. It is also leading to death of so many species. So this is another big challenge that we need to be prepared, or we need to have a contingency plan. For this, we already have an existing body, that is the Indian Coast Guard, which is responsible for cleaning up of the oil slick. Okay? Infrastructure related challenge first is we do not have proper port or airport, and there is very poor turnaround time. The turnaround time, that is once the ship has come to Indian ports, how much time does it take to unload the ship and release the ship once again? Okay? Whether it has to carry the new load and then move on, or the entire empty ship has to move, what is the total time that a ship has taken to leave the port once it reached? How much time did it take to leave the port? That is called as turnaround time. So the turnaround time for ships coming to Indian ports is extremely high. That is also increasing the cost of trade. Plus, we do not have proper road facilities, proper evacuation facilities. For example, some trade goods have come to the port. Okay? We do not have proper railroad connectivity from ports for the evacuation of the goods that have reached there. Okay? Plus piracy related issues that is already present in Somalia and Djibouti wala region. But apart from this, so that has led to unsecured sea lanes of transport. And we definitely have a climate change related challenge, that is the challenges such as coastal erosion that is taking place, affecting tourism, affecting livelihood, affecting the people who are living there. Plus, it is also the rising sea level which has led to lesser land area in our coastal communities. Okay? But what has government done? What are the efforts taken by government in this regard to improve the blue economy? So first major project that government carried out is the Sagarmala project. Sagarmala project ka intention was the same, because our turnaround time for ports was very high. So we need to develop better road and rail evacuation facilities. So basically we are carrying out holistic port infrastructure development. So there should be a logistics facility, cold storage facility at the ports, evacuation facility, so that the ships takes lesser turnaround time. That is the intention of Sagarmala project. Then we also have integrated coastal zone management plan, which is talking about sustainable management of coastal region. Okay? We also have Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana to address the critical gaps associated to fisheries sector. We also have offshore wind energy policy, which says that India can set up offshore wind farms, windmills up to the EEZ, exclusive economic zone, in Indian waters. Plus, the target that we have set for ourselves for offshore wind energy is 30 gigawatts by 2030. Okay? Plus, we also have an existing deep ocean mission. Deep ocean mission, matlab we are trying to carry out research studies related to ocean depth. Okay? Explore and harness the depth of the ocean, that is one intention, and ocean exploration and resource utilization. So, polymetallic nodules and polymetallic sulfides ka extraction ke liye India has already been granted permission from UNCLOS, that is UN Convention on Law of Seas. So, but we have not been able to carry out the resource extraction for this. For that, we have carried out deep ocean mission so that we can undertake extraction for polymetallic nodules as well as sulfides. Okay? Now, if we are writing answer related to blue economy, what should be the way forward? What should be the suggestive measures? First, we need to definitely carry out skill development, and majorly in renewable energy sector. Offshore wind energy we have not been able to set up a single plant so far. A single windmill has not been established, so we need to carry out skill development and better installation of the projects, okay, for renewable energy. But apart from this, infrastructural development is also very much important. We need to, as we discussed, logistic support for faster evacuation from ports and development of cold storage facilities at the port, or cold storage facilities which are also mobile should be present at the port, okay. Plus, we need to develop a blue diplomacy cadre. Blue diplomacy cadre matlab, this cadre will be engaging in all the Indian Ocean surrounding countries, that is Indian Ocean region countries, IORA countries, and we will be making use of platforms and policies such as SAGAR, Security and Growth for All, or BIMSTEC and SARC. All these platforms should be used so that we have more secure waters and we do not face the problems of piracy. Okay? Plus, we also need to develop safety guidelines for tourists, because tourism was also one of the pillar of blue economy, and in India, tourists have faced some or the other kind of issues. Okay? So, we need to develop some kind of safety guidelines so that tourists feel much safer and we can promote coastal tourism in India. Okay? Now, with that, we come to the end of discussion related to blue economy. I wish you all the very best and thank you so much.